Hey guys, so today is going to be a different kind of video. I decided that I wanted to go ahead and try out this little guy. This is a diamond blender and it's supposed to be a better alternative to the well-known beauty blender. Open it up here. I purchased mine from Amazon. It was about $8 compared to like the $21 the beauty blender is. Open it up. It looks like this. It feels super weird. It feels like a silicone. I can't tell if this is a coating on it or if that is the outline of it. I don't know if you can tell, but the edges of it is super weird. It's not super well defined. It kind of like sticks out at the bottom. If you read the reviews and the description on Amazon, it will tell you that this is supposed to be a more hygienic alternative from the beauty blender because it's not a sponge. It's not absorbing the products and absorbing as much bacteria as a sponge would. It also says that this will help you to use less product. It says that it will use about half as much as you normally use. It says it's good precision tip, helps you to effortlessly blend in your makeup. We will see about that. I've taken off the little bit of makeup that I had on my face and then I went ahead and primed my face with this, the Professional by Benefit, just to give this a fair try. And today for foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter. And as I was feeling this initially, I thought that this would be something that somewhat of what a breast implant would feel like, and it said it is made with medical grade silicone, so that's what this is made out of. Alright, so the instructions online say to apply the product directly to the blender rather than putting it on like your hand or something and then taking the blender and then going on your face. So I'm going to do exactly what the instructions say to do. And then it says to use circular motions to distribute it across your face, jaw, and neck. Not going to do it down my neck today. And then dab repeatedly onto your skin to blend out the product and create a flawless finish. Okay, so I'm going to apply just a very small amount to the blender. I'm a little scared. So first I'm going to use a circular motion and distribute it around my cheek. Oh my gosh. It's definitely making it slide around. Okay. And then I'm going to dab it into, oh my gosh. When it says it doesn't take as much product, it really doesn't. You saw how little I put on it and it's covering nearly half my face. Not to mention that I definitely chose the wrong color foundation to try with this today, but that's okay. That one little dot made my foundation go, I would say halfway across my whole face, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's not really streaky either. I was expecting it to leave streak marks everywhere, but it hasn't done that yet. I'm going to do the other half of my face. The only thing that I'm thinking about right now is if this were to bust, like I feel like the stuff would get everywhere, which is something you don't have to worry about with the beauty blender because it's a sponge. As you can see, it spreads the product around really nicely. I feel like though if you had super dry skin, that wouldn't be good for you because if you're sliding around the makeup, it's going to make your dry skin irritated and like the dry patches would become more visible with the makeup, I think. Alright, now I'm dabbing like it says. I say that it's a little hard to get around my nose, but I'm still managing. It's getting in the crevices really nicely. I was able to get right here in my inner corner pretty nicely with the tip of it. There we go. Alright, so this is what it looks like after I've used it. Obviously there's makeup on it, but I think if I took this makeup wipe, yeah, you could do so little as to wipe it off with a makeup wipe and then it would be good to go, you know, or just rinse it off. I think that this would be a lot easier to wash off than the beauty blender. For me personally, I know that the beauty blender takes me a couple minutes to clean it thoroughly. So looking at the application of the product. I think it did a really good job. I was honestly thinking that I would have to go back in with a beauty blender or another brush to kind of work out the extra streaks and stuff, but I don't think I need to do that. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's no streaks left on my face from that whatsoever. So now I'm going to try to use some concealer with this product as well, and let's see how that goes. The product I'm going to use is the Tarte Shape Tape, and now I'm a little scared to use this because I already know that this concealer a little goes a long way, so I am still going to apply it directly to the product because that's how the directions say to do it, but I'm not going to put that much. Like that much for now. If I need more, I'll go back in with more. Okay. So I just swept it on and now I am dabbing the product into my face. It is really easy to maneuver this all around the angles of my face. I really like that aspect, and it blended my concealer really nicely. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. And I tell you, like, I'm not putting that much on there. I just touched it with the brush like 3 times, and that's all I'm using, which is a lot less than I normally would. Put some on my chin. All right. As you can see, there aren't any streaks even from the concealer either. Just really quickly, I wanted to show a better angle of this. It is by Base Beauty, and this is kind of like how big it is compared to my hand. You don't have to wet it or anything. It just comes as is. And then this is the comparison to the Beauty Blender when the Beauty Blender is not wet. So this is a dry Beauty Blender, just a little bit smaller than this product. So overall, I have to say that this product was actually a really cool product to try out. I was downing it in the beginning, but after I tried it, I really liked this product. I think that make your makeup go a longer way than it would have if I used the Beauty Blender. I know that the Beauty Blender is really hyped up right now and everyone's trying to find a good comparison, but I really think that this is a good comparison. The only like downside I can kind of think of is if you're not making sure that you get every crevice, it's going to be a lot harder to blend out your makeup with this, simply because you do need to make sure that you pat with it. But if you're, you know, this is more 3D, so you don't necessarily have to go directly to each little crevice, but this one I think that you do. And also, I would just be a little concerned as to how long this is going to last, because it is silicone, so you're just going to have to be really careful when you're traveling with it, or just, you know, when you have it laying around, making sure that nothing's going to poke it and bust it open, because I think that would be really messy. But it is only $8. I think it did a really good job blending out my foundation, and I really like the way that it turned out. So yes, I will link the product down below. Once again, I got it from Amazon. It was $8 and it is approved in my books. So until next time, bye. Just really quickly, I wanted to show a better angle of this. It is by Base Beauty, and this is kind of like how big it is compared to my hand. You don't have to wet it or anything. It just comes as is. And then this is the comparison to the Beauty Blender when the Beauty Blender is not wet. So this is a dry Beauty Blender, just a little bit smaller than this product.